All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today's Friday. Decided to do a quick numbers video before I go out and do my day load for today. Today's date is the 26th. Anyways, so let's get right into it. So, my goal for the first month, I wanted to make $10,000 gross. So my month was starting from March 1st to the end of March. However, my fiance does the bookkeeping and everything, so her month started from the 27th of February to the 27th of this month. So this video will include the loads I have to do today in the numbers. So I had a goal to make $10,000. However, I did not get there, but that's not going to stop us. The reason being, well, let me not say this. My month was starting from March 1st to the end of March. So I think I could still get there. So, but this is not adding the few days left to the end of March. So I still have some room to get there. So I'm just giving you, the numbers that I have right now from February 27th to March 27th. That's that month. So that's her month, which is totally different from my month. So we still can get to our $10,000 mark. All right. So, and another reason being that I did not get there even with her month is I had about 3 or 4 loads that were actually canceled by Amazon, which I think all 3 of them, they were 300 and something going up. So definitely that 10,000 mark should have been right there if they did not cancel those 3-4 loads. All right. And yesterday, one of them was actually canceled yesterday. There was a load that I could have picked up, which was paying around 474 miles. So, but I wasn't really prepared to get out there. It was around 9:30 when they posted it, and it's supposed to be picked up at midnight. So, just me getting out here, going to get the truck and everything, I wasn't ready for all that. So I just let it go. The game is not to chase the money. All right. Anyway, so, right now we at 7,921. That's gross from February 27th to March 27th. We have spent $859.83 in diesel. We have spent $167.55 in tolls. So all in all, expenses came up to about $1,027.38. So not bad, but I feel like going into next month, I could definitely spend less than what I did. Again, you got to understand, this whole first month was trying to figure out what works and what don't. So definitely I've got my sites that I like. I've got the less miles, pay more. So, you should see, I'm going to try to get into next month and talk about the numbers, but this is not why I'm here. All in all, miles driven, we drove 3,717 miles, which ended up being $2.13 per mile for all the miles driven, including deadhead miles. Not bad, but that number can definitely change. Going into next month, we're going to tweak it up. It has to be better than that. So, this is why I don't post, the day-to-day loads where I get paid $19 per mile, because at the end of the month, all those numbers don't make sense, right? When you factor everything into it. So subtracting expense and everything, we're at $6,894. That's from February 27th to March 27th. So that's where we're at, so that's for that month, her month, February 27th to March 27th. My month is still going. Again, like I said, my month is still going to the end of March. So we should be able to get to that 10K. So there you have it. Those are the numbers. not bad. But some of the loads that I did pick, you know, in while I was driving, I realized they didn't make sense numbers wise. We had a load that was going to Maryland. That was a waste of money and time, right? So definitely going into April, the numbers going to look different. Now I have, I'm getting to a system where, when I'm looking at the board, you know, um, it has to make sense, miles. So we definitely going to have to spend less diesel next month and less tolls. And what else can we change? The miles that we drive, going to get this loads, we already know where not to go and where to go. So as long as we get the the loads that I have put on my list, this number should definitely change drastically. Like I'm talking about, my miles, miles driven for the month, it should be over at least $2.50 going up after I tweak these numbers up. And that's my next move. I'm gonna have to sit down and write the locations that I have driven and the locations that make sense. And now we got this system of trying to figure out what works. The day loads. The day loads, you can't be really picky, because if we go back in time, my first week doing day loads, they were all going to one location. Then the second week, they had a whole different location. Then this week that we're running, they have another whole different location, but picking up from the same location. So every week is kind of changing, the location that you drop off. The first week we were doing about 51 miles to drop off. This week, I think I'm doing about 80 miles to the drop off. So when you calculate the miles coming back home, that's a lot of miles. So, with the day loads, you can't really be picky, because that's what they have, it's either you're going to do them or you're not going to do them, So, at times, it just makes sense for me to do the day loads because I'm here, I'm available. So why not? So yeah, those are the numbers. Is there room to improve? Definitely. There's a whole lot of room. Again, this month is not over in my head. I'm still getting to that end of March, and I should be at my $10,000 mark, if not more, if not a little less, But don't let the numbers get into your head, because people post numbers, I post numbers, and as you can see, where we came from, we talking about 10, and you be down to about 6. Once you, factor in the bills and everything, and you want to, get your tax money off that money too, how much are you really making? So I haven't really decided how much I'm going to put aside for tax, but definitely 15%, probably 15 or more percent going up. Could be 20. I'm not too sure yet. I got to actually sit down with my fiance and see how much makes sense. So yes, there you have it, the numbers that everybody's been waiting for. I really don't want to get into how much, every load pays, because all my loads really have been paying $4 and going up. This week, actually, all my loads are kind of like $3 and some change going up, $3.65 and above. I do have one load, maybe that's paying, $19 per mile, but it might be like 12, 15 miles. So, yeah, those are the numbers for the first month in business, and that's not including the week I did with the rental. So it's just adding the, it's more than that, but I just wanted to give you roughly how much I made this month. Whatever that is, I have to subtract, because I think I have to put diesel today, so I'm gonna have to subtract another 160 to fill it up from this, because this month is, today is the 26th, so this month was from today, February 27th to March 27th, so I still have another day. So we actually did put in that load for tomorrow into these numbers, so I could give you a full month. So there you have it. I hope it made sense. And again, you know, like I said, the first month is really just trying to find what works. You know, and going into April, you know, a lot of people are spending money right now. So, and I'm starting to see a lot of, you know, day loads that are actually going from, you know, I just thought they were going from DC to fulfillment, but I actually saw one today that was going from a fulfillment center to a post office day load. So you could definitely tell that day is, the volume, you know, has increased a little bit going into, you know, the end of the month. People still getting their money, tax money, stimulus, you know, they're still spending. It is what it is. You're definitely going to have, you know, more loads available. So April should look different from this month. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope the numbers made sense, and we're back on the road. So I'm about to get out of here, get ready to go pick up my load. So, you know, we'll get into that, you know, that video. Anyways, again, if you like the content I'm putting out, you know what to do. Subscribe, you know, like, you know, hit that notification button, you know, share the videos. You know, there's a lot of people that are trying to get into this business, but, you know, you just got to be prepared, you know, to get into the business, and just know that, you know, not everything that's going to, you know, not everybody's going to have different numbers. Probably going to make another video just, you know, maybe comparing OTR and, you know, Amazon, you know, but, you know, all this money, man, sometimes you're doing 50-50 with everything, your expenses and tax. You might end up doing 50-50, truth be told, or even, you know, you taking 40% or 35% out of the money. So I don't, you know, that's why I'm always opposed to, you know, videos that just post, you know, the gross and not really explain how much you actually spend in, you know, whether it be tolls, you know, diesel, you know, food wise, if you're doing OTR and, you know, spending money on the hotels, all that has to be factored in to actually get to that number that makes sense. So, and at the end of the day, once you pay everything plus tax, you know, how much are you really making, you know? And it goes into, you know, life, you know, work-life balance. How much time are you spending at home? Might be going for a whole week if you're doing OTR, right? Me, I get out 2-3 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, I'm back. I get out again, maybe 4 hours, I'm back. But most of the day, I could be really here. I'm home in my bed, you know. That's the, I guess that's the, you know, the price. You know, that's the difference with OTR, you know. So, at the end of the day, you know, it becomes a preference. At times, it's not a preference. It is what you know, it is what it is. Amazon is not, you know, happening for every state. So, you know, at the end of the day, you might have to do OTR and not Amazon because it's not available in your area. So, you know, different situations, different states, you know, different tax brackets, you know, I might pay less, you know, with everything that else I do. You know, I'm in the stock market, I still have to pay tax on that money and whatever it is. So once I combine everything, you know, the numbers might look different too. So I hope, you know, this information made sense. But again, if you like the content, you know, subscribe, you know, to the channel, you know, like, hit that notification button, and catch you into the next video. Be safe. Peace.